Michael Novogratz has shelved plans to start a crypto hedge fund. Now, this became news a couple of weeks ago when the hedge fund manager said he was going to start a fund specifically dedicated to cryptocurrencies. I have a quote: "We didn't like market conditions." He said the Galaxy hedge fund, as it was supposed to be called, was due to launch December 15th, which is just 7 days ago. Once again, Michael Novogratz shelving plans for that crypto fund, and he says Bitcoin may drop as low as $8,000 in the near term, so take heed. Have a listen to this soundbite that Michael Novogratz made to Bloomberg just a couple of weeks ago, late November.
This is a bubble, and there's a lot of fraud mixed in. There's a lot of froth and fraud in anything that's as exciting as this. So I think this is going to become the biggest bubble of our lifetimes by a long shot, mostly because it's so global.
I want the record to show I didn't say that.
Mostly because it's so global.
All right, the person who broke the story is with us now, Erik Schatzker, of course, my colleague. Erik, why? He didn't like market conditions a week ago, or he didn't like them yesterday?
A week ago, and if you were starting a Bitcoin hedge fund, a cryptocurrency hedge fund, Vani, you wouldn't like market conditions either. Mike Novogratz is a career macro trader. He's been doing this for 30 years. As you heard in that clip, he predicted that cryptocurrencies would be the biggest speculative bubble of our lifetimes. And would you want to start a hedge fund in the middle of that? He himself has made a ton of money, but it's a big difference managing your own money and managing your own net worth against managing other people's money and becoming a fiduciary for them.
But you know what? That was the problem even before he announced he was going to start one. That was always a problem in this sphere. Why
well, no. Let's rewind the tape, if you will, a few months. Bitcoin started the year just above $1,000. At the time Mike Novogratz was thinking about starting this hedge fund, it was trading in the threes. By the time he spoke to me and we reported it, it was trading in the fours. So Bitcoin has gone from $4,000 in the middle of September when we first started talking about this to a high of more than $19,500 on December the 18th. People have likened it to the tulip craze for good reason.
You could say he added to that frenzy to a certain extent by saying he was going to go out and raise a bunch of money.
I think he might even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But again, going back to this business about being a fiduciary, you have to feel good about managing other people's money. Mike Novogratz has not given up on Bitcoin. He hasn't given up on Ether. He hasn't given up on cryptocurrencies, either as a store of value or as a medium of exchange within a tokenized industry, if you will. But he says that the recent trading activity showed all the characteristics of a speculative market top.
Two quick questions. Did he sell out of some of his Bitcoin positions?
He has been selling some of his positions, but to be fair, he's been trading in and out, and he has been selling over a period of time. He told me, for example, that he sold Bitcoin at $13,000, $16,000, $17,000. He sold Ether at $600, at $700, and at $800. He lost money today, for sure, but he says he's still up on the month.
Last question, 10 seconds, Erik. What will he do with the $500 million that apparently he's raised all or much of?
No, he hasn't raised $500 million.
Okay.
He had commitments, and for how much, he wouldn't tell me, but he had commitments, which is to say people had told him they were going to invest in the fund, but he never took that money, and so it never got put to work. That was supposed to be what happened on December the 15th. On December the 13th, he called these clients and said, you know what? I'm putting this plan on hold. I'm pressing the pause button.